Hey everybody, it's Andrew back again with another video, and today we have another unboxing. In the studio is the Dell Inspiron 13 7000 series. It's a refreshed model with the Core i7 Skylake processor. It's got 8 GB of RAM, 256 GB SSD, Stylus, gold color, and a good price to boot. So let's find out what you get inside the box. Got my knife. Let's find out what's inside this box. Now, as you know, I am a big fan of Dell. I did the review of the Dell XPS 15, loved it. I had the Dell XPS 13, and I love that as well. I have in the house the Dell XPS 13, the Skylake version, which the review is coming very soon on that. But in the meantime, let's unbox this baby. This is the Dell Inspiron 7000 series. And this is something that's going to compete in that 13-inch Ultrabook category. Let's find out what you get inside the box. Now, one thing I liked about the Dell XPS 13, obviously, is that infinity edge-to-edge display. This will not have that. But what this does have that the Dell XPS 13 doesn't have is yoga-style functionality. And what that means is that you will be able to flip this around into tablet mode, tent mode, media mode, and it's a lot more versatile in my estimation. So here you get your Dell charger, and let's take a look real quick at the wattage, or what did you get? Let's take a look at the output, and it is 19.5 volts, 2.31 amps. So interesting to see how quick that will charge. You get your 3-prong US charger. We've seen that a million times. This is typical Dell nondescript packaging. You get some documentation, warranty information, so forth. So here it is. Now, this comes in silver and it comes in gold. This is the gold version. And I like the way it looked on other videos I've seen on this. This is the refreshed model. Last year's model had the Broadwell in it. It had a Core i5. This has the Core i7, and I can tell you right away, I like this champagne gold finish. It's almost like a matte finish. Feels a little premium. It looks premium. It's not metal. I think it's plastic. I think this may be plastic, but again, the feeling is pretty sturdy, pretty good so far. Let's look at the ports real quick, and I can tell you right away, we will talk about this in a minute. This is the Stylus. And we'll talk about this. This is not an active stylus. It is a capacitive or a regular stylus without any batteries or anything. So I don't think you're going to get any pressure sensitivity. It's nice that they include that in this price point. And this does cost $790. I will put the link below. I purchased it on Amazon. I will put the link below to where you can get it. You have a full-size SD card, always good to see. One USB 3.0 right there. Side-firing speaker. You have your volume rocker up and down, and there's your power button. Moving on to the other side, you have your Kensington lock port, your charging port, your full-size HDMI, always nice to see. Then you get 2 USB 3.0 ports, nice touch. Then you have your 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, and then your second side-firing speaker. On the front of the device, you have your status indicator LED, which is a small little indicator right there, and nothing else on the front. On the back of the device, you have your 2 hinges, yoga-style hinges, and you have a vent right here. On the bottom of the device, you have some branding. You have your different screws to access the bottom of this device. And again, I'm really liking this champagne gold color. Just to give you a size comparison, here's the Dell XPS 13. This is the Skylake edition. Next to the Dell, you can see there's a big size difference. Now, the thing is, these both have 13.3-inch displays, except this is put into an 11-inch chassis, whereas this one is its normal size 13-inch chassis. It's pretty thin, and it's very comparable to, say, the Lenovo Yoga 900, or something to that effect. As you can see there, it's got slim edges, it's squared off edges. So we'll see how that feels in tablet mode. Let's flip it into tablet mode real quick just to see if those edges dig into your palms. You know, we'll have to see. It is kind of sharp at the edges, but I wouldn't be using this too much in tablet mode. It's a little bit heavy in my opinion for that. Now, as far as weight is concerned, I think it's more than 3 pounds. I'll give you the exact specs in the show notes, but it will be listed below. So this is very nice so far. It's a very nice appearance, very nice build quality. So far, I'm really liking it. This is a yoga device. What that means is you can flip it back into tablet mode, like that. Now, I noticed that the bezels are somewhat big on the bottom, but again, this is a yoga device. And then you can also do laptop mode, or you can do what they call tent mode. It's great for watching movies. Or you can do what I call media mode. Again, also another great way to watch movies, look at recipes in the kitchen and so forth. This is not a bad way to look at it as well. You get a lot of versatility in this device. So far, so good. And the hinge seems pretty sturdy as well. Now, as far as the display, this is a 13.3 inch 1080p display. It has a resolution of 1920 by 1080. It's a 16 by 9 aspect ratio. And it supposedly has that true bright technology that Dell implements. So hopefully this will get nice and bright. It'll have good viewing angles and good color saturation, good color representation, things that we normally look for when we're reviewing a device like this. You have a webcam right over here. You do not have another camera on this device, but you do also have a Windows button right there for when you're in tablet mode. So that's a nice touch right there. In the meantime, let's see if this has any juice. Let's see if it can power on. Otherwise, we'll have to plug it in. The power button's right there. And let's see if they gave us any juice. I'm really liking this color. I'm glad I went with the gold color rather than the typical silver color that you normally would get. It has a nice understated finish, classy look, classy feel. Now, while that's booting up, let's take a look at the keyboard. It has good key travel. It is a backlit keyboard, and I can tell you right now, I really like this key travel. The keys are island chiclet style keys, nicely spaced out. Nice size trackpad. Good job, Dell. It has a nice finish on it. Feels like it's going to have good, hopefully good responsiveness. You can do gestures, Windows 10, and so forth. So far, pretty good on the trackpad, pretty good on the keyboard. We'll be right back. Let me enter my credentials. Let me get this set up. I'll be right back so we can take a look at the screen. So here it is, fully booted up. And the screen is very nice, I have to say. It's a 1080p display. It gets pretty bright. It's at 100% brightness. I'll play around to see if there's any adaptive brightness going on, but we'll find out. But it looks pretty good. Touchscreen works well. It has a passive stylus, and it works pretty well. Now, to test the stylus, I will use OneNote, draw a diagonal line, and I can tell you there is no pressure sensitivity since it is not an active stylus, so no matter how much pressure you put, it will not change any of the lines, the dimensions, or anything to that effect because it is not an active stylus. So just something to keep in mind. This is just a regular stylus. Look at this. It's great to be able to scroll with the stylus. So good touch, Dell, for including the stylus. Just I wish it would have been an active stylus like you do get on the Lenovo Yoga 460 that we reviewed. Check out that video. I'll put the link below. But nice that they include a stylus in the first place. So stay tuned. We will have the full review of the Dell Inspiron 13 coming very soon after we put it through its full paces, do full testing on it like we normally do here at AMD Tech. We'll test the screen, we'll test the battery life, we'll test the sound, and of course we'll test the performance of the processor and everything else related to this device. We will also do a showdown between the Dell XPS 13 and the Dell Inspiron 13. I think it's a good comparison. Which one is the better value? Which one is the better overall pick? Stay tuned to find out once we do our showdown coming very soon. Also coming very soon is the full review of the HP Chromebook 13 G1 that we recently unboxed and have been putting it through its paces ever since. The review is almost ready, so stay tuned for that full review, which should be coming very shortly. So until then, this is Andrew from AMD Tech. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Please share this video. And until next time, see ya.